All right, everybody. My name is Crypto Corey. I want to thank you for joining me. Today we've got a video and we're discussing Veve. We had a drop today. It was the Spider-Man #2. It didn't do the greatest. Obviously the common and uncommon were selling for half price. But I did go for the drop just because I wanted one of the comics. I got an uncommon, so I did lose some money on it in the short term. But it just kind of leads me to now is kind of like the time that I would say is the buy time. So people are kind of wondering, are the prices of these collectibles going to go down anymore? Maybe a little bit, but I don't think it's going to go down that much more. I think once we have MTL, I think what you'll see is a quick sudden drop in price, and you'll see the price start to go up. Not a whole lot, just a little bit, just enough to kind of make it to where someone who maybe isn't desperate, that they'll be holding through this event, and because they'll be holding through the event, they might gain a little bit of money, but maybe they'll get more desperate later on. So I don't foresee because you got to think about the broader markets and how we're basically heading into recession right now. Technical recession, not any full-blown the Great Recession type thing from '08. But because the whole economy is kind of going down, people will be losing jobs, people will be hard up on money, they'll be needing to get a nice relief, or they'll be needing to get themselves out of a bind. So when cash out comes, while I do see a quick sudden drop, I see it rising, and then I see it staying a little bit more stable for the short term, like the next 6 months, just because you'll think that the collectibles will start to go up, but in reality some people might get in hot water and they need to just sell real quick. So you'll see a lot of people sell off, and they'll sell at a loss because they got to pay bills, or they've gotten in debt or have an emergency, so they're having to use it as an emergency fund, which is why I recommend you to have a cash in hand, physical cash, not cash in the bank, not an asset. I recommend you to have 3 to 6 months of expenditures, cash, physical in hand cash. So I recommend that. So that way, if anything does arise, like a car breaks down, you got to go to the doctor, you randomly had a bill you didn't realize, you had an opportunity to go on a vacation, just whatever. So whatever reason that you typically would resolve your investments, that's why you want to have an emergency fund. But I don't foresee the collectibles going down a ton after MTL, though. Maybe just a quick drop, and it'll rebound fairly quickly within a week or two. But long term, I'm looking at this Veve investment as long term, or I know that people don't want to call it investment anymore. My collectibles, my valuable collectibles will be more valuable in another couple years. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm holding on, and that's my goal. Now they are rolling out MTL. MTL is happening. People are getting their notifications right now. So if you're one of those fudder people that just hate without facts, with facts, it's not fun. I know a lot of people don't like bad news or bad info, but just because it's bad info doesn't mean it's fun. So but there are people who are fudding the project, and they're stating, oh, I don't believe MTL until I see it, even though they literally came on an AMA and flat out told you this is how we're rolling it out. Give or take a few days, maybe, I guess. But, they're rolling it out right now. Obviously, now we know they are rolling it out. They're selecting a small group to go ahead and test things, and then they're going to do a slow rollout after that. So in a few months, 100% of Veve users will be able to cash out. So just relax. At first, it was a little worrisome that they couldn't get any of their promises done. They need to keep on their promises. The reason is, if you don't keep to your promises, you lose people. And this is obvious because if you look at the project has lost almost everybody. I mean, if you really want to boil down to it, my portfolio was sitting well over on just like a few thousand, like I think it was like around $3,000 worth of an investment. My portfolio sat somewhere around $25,000, $26,000. So, for it to drop from that down to like $4,000 or $5,000, from 26, that's a huge drop. That's a major drop. So a lot of people are down right now. Now, I've gotten everything on drop. I've been buying throughout all of 2021, getting drops. I didn't really buy a whole lot in 2022. So that's just the reason why I'm still in profit, while the majority of Veve investors are not. So, and there's a reason right there for people to kind of, diamond hand, is because they don't want to lose their money. So at least they'll try to regain some of their money. So they're going to hold on to that collectible and wait for the rebound. And whenever things start to go up, maybe they'll sell it. Maybe they'll hold on long term. I would hope they hold on long term. I think it'll be profitable. Like the all-time highs of Veve that happened in January, that will happen again. Now, will it happen in 2024, 2025? I don't know. I certainly think it's going to happen by 2028 to 2029. I mean, I truly believe by that time, another 8 years from now, I believe that these things will be exponentially more valuable. So if you were to tell me that a $3,000 investment's worth $25,000 again in 8 years, I consider that a great investment. So that's why I think you just relax, long-term hodl. If you have a large portfolio and you're down and you're worried about putting money into Veve, just start going into crypto, buying some Bitcoin, buying some Ethereum, look at other projects, invest into real estate, invest into the stock market, just DCA, be safe. You want to acquire more so than you want to be buying and selling. So I'm not really talking about trading right now. But I do think that we're towards the bottom of the market when it comes to Veve and crypto on the price action. So I'm assuming that we've got either a little bit more to go, or we're already there and we're already past. So I just consider right now, this would be like in January, all the collectibles would have been considered overbought and undersold. So now they started selling them, so now it's oversold and it's underbought or undervalued. So I think it's time to start purchasing into it, making your money. Obviously not financial advice. I'm still kind of waiting. I've made such a good investment into it. If $3,000, if you really want to think about it, that's half of the amount of money you can put into a Roth IRA, which is your safe investment. So you're doing a risky investment that equals half of your annual safe investment. It's kind of hard to want to keep on rolling with that. I know a lot of people have put, 25, 75, 100,000, millions of dollars into this app, but, I'd rather just get a handful of things and then play in the more safe markets with majority of my money. Just because, if these things skyrocket and become insanely valuable, which I think they will, I'll make 10, 20, 30, 40x profit on it, and I can roll those into my Bitcoin, into my Ethereum, into my other investments to compound build on top of that for the future, not for me to sell right now and to go buy a Rolex, or me to sell and go buy something like a car or buy a house, or even just paying off debt. I know a lot of people, they'll sell collectibles and they'll pay off debt. So that's basically all I've got. That I just want to talk about that with the Veve thing. I'll record another video involving the bat cows a little bit later. I'm really excited for the project, but I'd like to sit down and kind of go through and analyze a little bit more of the stuff that I've been talking about with People in Spaces, about the Spyscape building and the bat cow display that was going on during NFT NYC. So I'm really excited for the Bat Cow project and all that it entails and everything coming. We get utility on Friday. So our first 52-day utility starts Friday. I don't really know what that is, but we'll find out. So I want to thank you for joining me. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. My name's Crypto Corey, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good day, y'all.